Hello guys, my name is Evans and welcome to this video tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to continue looking at the 2015 May-June IGCSE ICT paper 2-1, and in the last video we ended on step number 34. We are now supposed to start looking at step number 35, where we're going to produce a report. Okay, so let's go ahead with step number 35. Produce a report from all the data, which one contains a new field called week permit, which is calculated at runtime, and this field will calculate the day permit multiplied by 5. And 2 has the week permit field displayed as currency, and 3 shows only the records where the location is Devon or Cornwall or Dorset, and also that the best fish is carp or pike, and night fishing is yes. It shows only the field names or the field's venue name, location, telephone, night fishing, date opened, best fish, day permit, season permit, as well as permit, week permit, in this order with data and labels fully displayed. Okay, so it should fit on a single page and should have an orientation of landscape and should include the heading West Country venues at the top of the page, and should have your name, center number and candidate number on the right of the top of the report. And we are going to save and print this report. So this is what we're going to do in this video, just step 35, and then we can see how far we can go. Okay, so let's go ahead with access, and I'm going to create a query. Now let me just go back here and explain one or two things. Like I've always said, guys, I find it particularly very easy to identify which parts I can work with in a query on this step 35, and go ahead and work with them in a query, and then translate the query into a report. Okay, I know some of you guys would say that you find it easy working with just report design, and you can go and design your report straight away and extract some data that you need and all. But personally, I find it very easy, and I encourage my students really to first of all learn to design queries, because queries are meant to extract certain information from database. So there is particular information that we need from this scenario that we're given here, and we can use a query to design that or to extract that information, and then build a report or database report based on the query that we have designed. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So there are some parts that we can identify that we can do in the query. For example, step number 1, step number 2, as well as step number 3 and step number 4 can be done in a query. Okay, because this is just the information that we're going to extract, and then the other parts we can do them as we create the report. Okay, and this is going to be very easy. Okay, so let's start with this part. So what I would need to do is to create a query, and the query, first of all, I want to extract only these fields that are shown here. I like to start with this part because of this part which says they should be in this order. Okay, this part. So this is what makes me want to start with this one, so that I arrange the fields in the order that it's supposed to be. There is a single mark that is actually allocated for doing that. So let me just go back here and go to my access, go to create and query wizard and simple query. Then this is the table that I have here, and I'm getting my fields from this table. So I'll get the field names. So I'll start with venue name. So it's supposed to be let me see, supposed to be venue. Let me just print out this one. Maybe do I need to print out this one? Otherwise I'll finish printing this whole paper. Okay, I'll flip back and forth, it's still fine. So let's just memorize this. This is venue name, location, telephone, night fishing. Okay, so come back here. So venue name, location, then telephone, and night fishing. So let's go back and get some more. So we have date opened, best fish, day permit, and season permit. Okay, so next we have date opened, then we have best fish, and we had day permit, and then we should have had season permit. I think let's just verify. Yeah, perfect. So we have venue name, location, telephone, night fishing, date opened, best fish, day permit, and season permit. Okay, so there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the field calculated field, which is calculated at runtime. So we have 8 fields altogether. So let's count the ones that we've selected: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is perfect. So let's go ahead and say next, next, and modify this and say finish. So let's start with the calculated field now. So once we have this information, then we can go ahead and put in the calculated field. So the calculated field, the easier way actually to work with it is just take your cursor at the end there and work with what has to be calculated or used in the calculation. So for example, we're told that this field we calculate the paid day permit multiplied by 5. So what you're going to do is to just type here square bracket, okay, put 2 square open and close square bracket. Inside the square bracket just type day underscore permit as it is. Okay, this is the permit that you have. Alternatively, you can just copy this. I don't know if it can allow you to copy it. Yeah, you can copy it and just come here and paste it like that, and then multiply by 5. Okay, once you do that, then just select this and say okay. Alternatively, you could have selected the day permit from here. So I'm just showing you different methods that you guys could have used. So you could have selected day permit from here, okay, like that, and multiply it by 5. Now I don't know if this one can work because it's not included in brackets, so it automatically Access has put it in brackets, and that should be perfectly fine. So there are different ways that you guys can work with this, and actually you get the same result. So for expression 1, that's where the name of this one is supposed to be. So it's supposed to be week, and then check the name. It's supposed to be week underscore permit. So week underscore permit. Okay, so now this one is done. You can run your query and you see that it has been calculated perfectly. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do, take note also how that Access has already applied the formatting to 2 decimal places, as well as the pound symbol. Okay, but it doesn't hurt for you to actually go ahead and just come to design view and select this field. Okay, just right click on it and go to property. Well, my property field came up there, and go to format and select currency and select the decimal places as 2. Okay, it's important that you just go ahead and do this without really depending on the fact that it's already done as 2 decimal places. Okay, so run it and you should see it's perfectly fine. Okay, next we are going to so let me see. Okay guys, I'm gonna have to pause this video because I've just realized that I need to make some students sleep. Okay, so let me just pause this video, and I need to go and check on some students who are I'm currently in school, so I was checking on some students who are boarders, and I want to make sure that they go to sleep, the form ones. Okay, so I'm gonna come back shortly after I put them to bed, and I'll just pause this video and continue. Hello guys, and welcome back. Sorry about that, I had to go and put some students to bed. Okay, so I don't even know where we ended. Let's just come back here and check out. I think we're entering the data, and then we did some formatting for the week permit, and I think the only thing that remains is for us to perform some extraction of this data. Okay, so we're done with step number 1, and we're done with step number 2. We need to make sure that we extract only data where the location is Devon or Cornwall or Dorset. So how you're going to do that is simply just go to your design view, and under location, so just scroll this to the right. Under location, you're going to put the 3 criteria that you have That is, location can either be Devon, okay, or, and then you can put the other option that is there, which is Cornwall, and then you can put another option which is Dorset. Okay, click anywhere outside and Access should automatically put them in quotes. Run it and you should see that Cornwall, Devon and Dorset are the only ones which have been extracted. Okay, so this is perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and do where the best fish is carp or pike. So the best fish, so go back to design view, and under best fish you're going to put carp or pike. So carp or pike. Okay, click anywhere outside, run it, and you should be able to see carp or pike. Okay, design view again, and this time we're going to do night fishing where night fishing is yes. So come here, look out for night fishing and type yes. Okay, so that is fine. Run it and you should see night fishing column, it should be yes. Now we're done with this step, and we're done with this step also. The next thing that remains is for us to create a report based on the query that we've designed. So all this stuff was done in the query, and this is how easy it was actually to do that. So let's go ahead and do the last 4 steps in the report. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to save this query and then create, and then this time we're going to use a report wizard, and we're going to get the fields based on the query which we created. So just get all the fields. So make sure that under the tables or queries here, the query that you created is there, and select this one, and then go to next, and go to next. Verify if we need to sort out any information. There's no need for sorting out any information, so that should be perfectly fine. The only thing that we're supposed to do is to make sure that this thing fits on a single page, and it should have a page orientation of landscape, and also includes the heading West Country venues at the top. So I'm going to copy this title, copy it, and you guys are going to type it out, but I'll copy it. So go next. Make sure that it's landscape, and make sure that it fits on a page, so the width fits on a page, and go to next, and that's where the title comes in. So I'm going to paste the title that I just copied there, West Country venues, and modify the query report design and say like that. Okay, so the next thing that we're supposed to do, we are done with this one, fits on a single page. Make sure also that when you print it, also should fit on a single page. There's a difference between fitting on a single page wide and just fitting on a single page. In this case, we've been asked that the content should fit on a single page, so which means when we print this out, we should make sure that it actually sits on a single page and not on multiple pages. Also, this part says the orientation is landscape, so make sure that you change to landscape and the report, and then the other one is just the heading, and then we should include our name, center number, and candidate number on the right top of the report. So what I'm going to do is insert a label on the right top here. So I'm just going to type Chikasa Evans and put ZM5560001. Okay, so that should be fine. So just make sure it's on the right. So just take it this time, this side. I'm gonna close this property sheet and drag this to the right. So the other thing, guys, that we are going to do is to adjust the field size. So let's go view this. Notice how some field labels or field names are not visible, and we have some hashtags, and there's too much space here. So we're going to do some adjusting of the field names. So how you do that, you are going to view in layout view, and this is going to give you an overall picture of these fields. So check how this one is sort of large. So drag this and make it like that, drag it like that. This one drag it also a bit this side, drag this one this side. Okay, so just select, drag this side, this one, enlarge it a bit, enlarge it, drag it this side. Make sure that when you drag them, you make sure that they're actually being aligned properly with the other ones, otherwise the whole work will look unprofessional. So drag this, put it down there. We're going to enlarge this as well, enlarge it a little bit more and drag it to the left, and then we're going to enlarge this one. Just select it and enlarge it so that the fields are fully visible, and drag it to the right like that. The next thing that we're going to do is to change this one, drag it all the way here, and change this one, drag it somewhere here. Drag this to the left, okay, and drag this one this side. That should be fine. So enlarge this one a little bit, drag this down here, and drag this here. That should be fine. And then enlarge this one and drag this side. Okay, so that should be perfectly fine. Then preview it. So this is the report, so you need to view it in go back to design view. Though some things are kind of not aligned properly, but that shouldn't be a big deal. Let's just see what can happen. So view it in print preview, and it is aligned properly, except that season permit and week permit are kind of just somewhat at the bottom. But what you can do is to push them a little bit up so that they are aligned with the other headings. Okay, so I'm not going to do that, or maybe let me do that for the sake of peace, because someone will begin to comment out and say you didn't align them properly. Okay, so they should be somewhat fine now. Okay, so the rest of the things are perfectly okay. Unless otherwise, then we can close this and go back to the question paper. So we are done with this step number 35, and what we need to do now is go to step number 36. I'm not going to do step number 36 in this video, so we'll do step number 36 in the next video recording. For now, you can save and print this report. So how you do that, you just go to preview, print preview, then come to if you want, you can go to page setup so that you can do some setting up or anything. This case is already in landscape, and it will fit on a single page, on an A4 page. You can also just go ahead and go straight to print, and under here you can set, depending on the printer that you have, you can set how you want this page to really come out. Page setup will take you back to this page. You can come to the printer property, orientation you can change here, change it back to portrait or landscape, depending on what you want or what you're told. Okay, but for now I don't think there's anything that we need to change here. Just go ahead and print this. Okay, so next we're going to do the step number 36, okay, in the next video. So thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe, like, share and comment, and I'll see you in the next video shortly.